And we are now on Armstrong Cable. Jeff Corey producing the broadcast, doing the camera work on top, right to our left here in the press box high atop the Macomb Fieldhouse as the Meadville starters are being introduced. And for those listening on the radio end of things, Meadville will be in the road black uniforms, white numbers, red trims, Meadville lettering across the crest, the number on the back of the uniform, and the Bulldog logo between the shoulder blades.
You know, it's interesting to me. I've never seen this before. The prep coach shakes the hands of the team, not one of his assistants.
I'll tell you what, Coach Majeski is as classy as they come. I actually had an opportunity, and I was going over their pronunciations, talking to them before their first meeting on the road against McDowell. And, you know, you don't always have to be nice to the visiting team's play-by-play guy, and He was cordial. He was cracking jokes. He was having fun, just kind of soaking in the atmosphere and sold-out gym. Great guy.
And their AD's top-notch, too.
Absolutely, you know, Mr. Flanagan.
Yeah, Bill is top-notch, one of the classic guys. And I was talking to him earlier tonight and told him I'm from Long Island. He started laughing. He goes, I didn't know you were from Long Island. So we're talking about stuff like that. It was kind of interesting.
I mean, he didn't just know from the accent?
No, he didn't.
It is amazing that you've lived in Meadville, what, 30-plus years?
Yes.
And you still got the Long Island accent.
Since 75.
Prep will be in the road white uniforms with the black numbers, orange trim.
No, Prep's in the home white.
Or excuse me, did I say road?
Yeah.
Home white is what I meant. Thank you for correcting me.
No problem.
And they have the checkered pattern, the orange and black down the white shorts. Again, they're the designated home team just because of being on the top line of the bracket. Ramblers across the crest with, again, the black numerics, black letters, orange trim. And like I said, it's kind of a shaded fade trim on the uniform.
Here we go.
This is what you play for, folks.
This is exciting, isn't it? You got both squads, both group of fans. You got Concord people and Cambridge people have stayed to watch this game also. Good crowd here tonight at a much updated, beautiful facility than it was 5-10 years ago.
The last few years they've improved the lighting. They've added that new scoreboard to our right.
You talk about an AD. They got one of the best in the business too, Bruce Baumgartner.
It will be Gala, as they made a mistake on the scoreboard. It's actually Liam Gala that is starting instead of Joe Mishler.
And you thought that might be the case.
Because he did start down the stretch. Lindsay wins the tip, and here we go, right to left attack. The Bulldogs will attack in this contest. And a pass. Boy, that one almost drifted on Pirro, but Wilson's able to corral it. Now Lindsay off to the left of the key. He's going to back in near the left block. Turnaround hook shot, no good. And Gallo was able to knock the rebound over to Luca Roddy.
Yeah, those are shots that you want Lindsay to make.
Left to right, the Ramblers will attack in this contest. 30 seconds in, no score.
Evil and a man.
Russo on the right wing between the circles for McBride. Far side Luca Roddy now in the corner. And a jumper by Upperman, left baseline, good from 13.
Nice move by Upperman. He left Pirro in the dust and was open and banked it in. Actually drained it in.
Malik Wilson had his right fist in the air with the play call. Ryan Pirro gets a high ball screen from Lindsay. They move it quickly near side. Here's Wilson for a three that rattles out. Looked good, but rattled out. Rebound Upperman.
It did look good. Meadville needs to make those.
Upperman trying to beat Pirro off the dribble. Slipped on the floor. Kept it alive to Luca Roddy. Luca Roddy right side to Gala. Gala inside the right wing. Goes back to McBride in front of the timeline.
Prep slowing it down, as you said, Ray. They'll take their time working it. Looking for a good shot.
Yeah, they'll just throw it around the wings, right to left if you let them. McBride to Upperman, top of the key. Had a pretty good look, passed it up. Russo now goes far side to Luca Roddy. Gala inside the top of the arc. Swick trying to knock the ball away, and they're going to call Swick for making contact with the wrist. And the first foul of the game is on Meadville.
Yeah, you have to call that because it's way out front and right in front of the official. So that was a good call. You know, Upperman, they're trying to set screens for him, and I was surprised, Ray, too, that he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
First foul of the game for either team, called on Logan Swick. We're at 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. 2-0 Ramblers on a basket by Adam Upperman early on here in the 5A title game. Russo on the left wing. Russo finds a cutting Luca Roddy. He'll put down A little bounce pass for Gala as he was putting it on the floor. It's loose on the floor, and we have a tie-up, and the arrow is in favor of the Ramblers on the alternate possession.
That's what Swick will give you. The reason why that ball didn't go up because they're fearful of the blocks Lindsay has. He has a tremendous amount of blocks in his career.
Yep, exactly. He backed in like he was going to post up, and then he saw Gala had a better look. And off the inbounds, they had a great play drawn up for Gala, but it went right through his fingertips on the lob in the mid lane.
Sure it did.
Lindsay crosses over. He's going to take a 17-footer. Missed it off the front rim from the top of the key. I can hear Vic screaming from Florida. McBride drives, missed it with the left hand, but then a rebound and stick back off the window by Russo is good.
Yeah, Ryan Pirro didn't box out at all. He let that happen. You got to box out to get that rebound for the Bulldogs.
Pirro will bring it near the McDonald's logo on the near side, and the left forecourt. Now Wilson puts four fingers up in the air with the play call. Goes to Manning, back to the basket, left of the key, looking for somebody to cut, and we got an offensive foul, illegal screen on the far side against Malik Wilson.
Just not going the way Meadville wants it to go. You just got to wonder when McElhaney will give Butler a chance to get back in this game. 4-0 Prep, 5:30 to go, first period.
And that's at least the good thing right now is Prep is not on a large scoring binge while you're not putting the ball in the tin. Luca Roddy on the left side. Lindsay fights through to greet him at the free throw line with about 3 feet of space between the two. And now on the near side, it's McBride. Goes far side. Ball ends up now on the far wing for Luca Roddy. Luca Roddy will go to the left point. Now to the right point. Upper min gets called for the travel.
Yeah, a little bump there by Pirro helped the travel. Here comes Butler right now for Swick.
The 6'2 sophomore guard averaging 9 points a game, his first appearance since the injury to Cambridge Springs as he tucks the uniform in and
got the pants inside out, I guess.
Yeah, it almost looks like the elastic waistband is definitely inside out.
So now we're going to see, and this could be a shot in the arm for the Meadville team.
So Meadville's point guard back in, Davion Butler making an appearance. Almost halfway through the first quarter. High lob to Lindsay, left of the key. Goes to the right side of the key. Driving, Manning. Shot off the iron, no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Good pass by Lindsay, and that's something that worked in practice last week, Ray, is to cut off the big man. And there should be opportunities if you do that. One thing, Manning's had a tough time on the foul line this year. He's shooting about less than 50%.
Manning line to the left. He'll try to get Meadville on the board. He does with a line drive, and it's 4-1 Ramblers, 4:50 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, but like about Isaiah, his foul shots are straight. There's no walk on his foul shots.
Second free throw by Manning, short off the rim, and that was a great box out by Gala to beat Lindsay to the rebound. Yeah, Manning at 57% on the year, so kind of stays true to his stats there, splitting the pair. Meadville down 3. Turnaround jumper right baseline, switched by Luca Roddy from about 15 feet.
Nice shot by Luca Roddy. Prep is slowly pulling away here.
And they're getting good opportunities on the baseline, and that's something that Coach McElhaney talked about. They like to shoot from there, especially when they've got good open looks. Butler's going to spot a three left side. Missed it off the side of the rim, then off the glass. Great rebound by Pirro. He's the only Bulldog under the hoop.
Oh, Wilson didn't see Butler wide open underneath. Butler was screaming for the ball.
Lindsay, top of the key, is going to work one-on-one with Gala. McBride tried to strip him, dumps it underneath the Manning. Manning wide open, lets two defenders blow by him, but missed it off the glass.
Yep, he rushed the shot. You got to just put it in.
Outlet feed to Russo. Russo on the left block to the free throw line, wide open. Luca Roddy, jumper off the iron, no good, and they tried to tap it out, but they tapped it right to Manning.
Nice play by Manning. Good hands. That's those linebacker hands.
Wilson crosses over, steps back, fires to the near side to Lindsay. Between the circles, Butler. 3:39 remaining first quarter, 6-1 Prep.
Meadville needs a bucket big time.
High post, Lindsay. Lindsay drives left of the key. Lindsay runner off, glass and in.
Yeah, they can't stop him. They had two people there that couldn't stop him. Lindsay decided, we need a bucket, let me do it.
They started him back to the basket, and then he ended up setting up off the dribble, driving left of the key. Upper men on the right side. They rotated to a wide open McBride. Three, left wing on its way, off the iron, no good. Bulldogs fortunate there.
They are. But, you know, between upper men and McBride, you'll let McBride shoot it over upper.
Lindsay pulls up three in transition, missed it off the rim short.
Yep, he's been short. His game is off right now on the long ones.
Upperman through traffic, stops inside the free throw line, 10-footer, rattles home.
Yeah, that's the one you don't want to shoot. Meadville's got to get on Upperman.
8-3 Bulldogs trail, 2:49 remaining in the first quarter. Butler to Pirro. Right forecourt near the coach's hash mark on the far side. Lindsay, skip pass, near side. Butler, 3. Left corner, good!
That's a big shot by Davion Butler. Pulls Meadville within 2.
Nice skip pass by Lindsay to find the wide open Butler. Prep really spreading it out.
Yeah, and that's good coaching by Prep.
4 corners with Gala in the middle, then he finds Lucarotti back door, and he blew the easy bunny.
When you spread it out like that, you get Lindsay out from underneath, and then you don't have to worry about the block shot. Lucarotti rushed himself there.
And you got some young players playing in this game for the first time. Lucarotti and Gala, both freshmen. Pirro top of the key, back to Manning at the left point, to Butler, 3 from the left wing on its way. Rattled out, and the rebound grabbed by Upperman underneath.
Butler felt it, just couldn't pull it.
Not a bad looking shot, just rimmed out on him. Upperman finds McBride on the right wing. Down low to Gala. Gala with a hook pass to Lucarotti. Now bumping at the left point was Butler and Upperman. Now he'll just pull up and hit from 16 feet.
Upperman is really hurting Meadville right now. It's his 6 point. Prep has 10, he has 6. He's looking for a big night. Meadville's going to have 2 early subs.
But after a slow start by the Bulldogs, they're only down 4, 1:29 remaining in the first quarter. Malik Wilson with it, far side, right wing, looking for Lindsay, fouled from behind on the entry feed by Russo.
That's a good call. Prep's not going to like that, but that's how they're going to call it close, and that helps Meadville for Lindsay.
Both teams now with 2 team fouls. As we have a timeout on the floor. It's immediate timeout. We'll step away for 30 seconds. 1:25 remaining in the first quarter. It's Prep 10 and Meadville 6 in the Class 5A District 10 title game on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Back with you at Edinburgh's Macomb Fieldhouse in the D10 Class 5A title game. And Cathedral Prep leading the Bulldogs 10-6 as you're listening to Bulldog Playoff Basketball on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. And we're on Armstrong Cable as well with Mike Fiorillo and Melissa Doty back in our Meadville studios. I'm Ray Reisdorph. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
We got 2 subs. Young Lindsay's in there and Mook is in there for Meadville, giving Manning a break. And trying to see who else is out for Meadville.
Andrew Mook.
Yep, Mook's in there and young Lindsay's in there. Wilson's out and Manning's out.
You have Keon Lindsay averaging 2 points per game off the bench. Mook a half a point this season off the bench. Lindsay on the right baseline finds Butler cutting. Butler's runner is good, and he's fouled just in front of the college restricted arc, and he hits.
That's exactly what Coach McElhaney wanted to see. Ray, if Butler would be timid after that injury, he wasn't. He cut in there hard. He got pushed. He made the shot. One thing Davion's going to have to do in the offseason, I talked to him about this, and he agrees. He needs to get on the weights because he has the ability to play at the next level, but he's got to get stronger. 3rd Prep team foul as Butler hits the foul shot. He's got 6 points in the game, the first on McBride. He's got 6 of Meadville's 9. That's how important that kid is. Meadville down 108. Well, I remember in the game you and I did last year against Strong Vincent when he played when they did not have Foster, and we were both impressed. As a freshman, and he gets a block as he swats off. Swats a Russo attempt off the glass on the near side. Wasn't afraid to go up, was he? He was not. Weaves with Lindsay. Lindsay's going to drive. Runner short on the iron. Pirro gets another rebound in with the Giants. Boy, he's gotten tough rebounds all year, Pirro. Young Lindsay almost walked there. Keon Lindsay dangerously close to committing a traveling violation. Goes back to Butler. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Butler hands it off to Pirro between the circles. Pirro crosses over. Goes back to Butler. Butler at the right elbow. Dishes to Lindsay. 26 seconds left to go in the quarter. Lindsay drives right baseline. Finger roll. It rolled right off the cylinder. That was a great move by Lindsay, too. They just wouldn't get it. Now Prep will probably hold for 1, Ray. You would expect them to. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. McBride miscommunication with Russo. It hit Russo's back, and he was able to corral it as Mook was right there. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. McBride, jumper, good, left side, inside the left wing. And as time expires, Butler from 80 feet and hit the front rim to end the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter here in the District 10 5A title game through 1 quarter of play. Prep 12, Bulldogs 9, as you're watching on Armstrong Cable and listening on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. And we're back on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network and on Armstrong Cable. Jeff Corey is making me contort my body a little bit to get into the camera shot here. Ray Reisdorph, Mike Fiorillo with you, and Meadville down by 3 after 1 quarter of play, 12-9. Big news, Lindsay only has 2 points. Lindsay doesn't start getting points, Meadville's going to not get a W tonight. Had to have a little fun with Jeff Corey. Oh, yeah. As always. Lindsay needs to get hot. Yep.
Davion Butler had 6, Lindsay had 2, Manning had 1 in the first quarter for Prep. Upperman 6, Russo 2, Lucarati 2.
Swick is in there now. You get Swick, Young Lindsay, Mook.
Lindsay, turnaround off the high glass, no, but fouled, and that'll be the 4th Ramblers team foul.
One thing about Lindsay, also has the best foul shooting percentage on the Bulldog squad, too. Leading them in just about every category. Points.
72%, yep. 87 of 121 on the year as the foul is on Michael Lucarati. His first, and I mentioned team's 4th. Bulldogs with 2 fouls as a team. Lindsay hits the first, line left.
So Coach McElhaney doing some subbing here early on. Has got Young Lindsay, who hasn't played much varsity at all, Mook, who's played a few minutes, and Logan Swick out there with Butler and Lindsay.
Lucarati out, and Joe Mishler, who was mistakenly put on the scoreboard as a starter, makes his first appearance, the 6'2 senior forward. And Lindsay splits the pair, hit the first, missed the second. Dogs down 2, and an outlet pass to McBride, hit Lindsay, and then it looked like it glanced off McBride, but it's called out of bounds. Prep's ball.
I think that's a bad call. Armstrong will show it, but I don't think that's what happened.
And so, you know, I like when they play on the college floors because you have all the markings now. They're going to work at the hash mark on the baseline.
Mishla is in, so Manning runs right in. Manning's got to be on Mishla because Mishla's a strong kid and an athletic kid.
In for Mook, they lob it mid-lane and Upperman left of the lane. Wild turnaround, no good. Lindsay one-hands the rebound. As he came down with it, kind of palmed it with those gargantuan-sized hands, and then he travels in the lane and turns it over to the Ramblers.
He got fouled, but he traveled first, and that was a good call by the official. Both teams a little sloppy here early on. Meadville only down 2, but haven't played well yet.
7:24 remaining here in the second quarter with the clock now running. Russo at the point, left side to McBride, who now has it. Upperman between the circles, right side to Russo. Russo slipped on the floor and almost lost his dribble. Has to hand it off to McBride to bail him out. McBride's going to drive on Lindsay. Lindsay swats it away with the offhand.
Yeah, Lindsay said, not my house.
Actually, that was his left hand, so to correct myself with the regular hand, but Lindsay swats it away regardless.
Yeah. He's got to be able to play at the next level, and he said nobody sent him anything yet. I can't believe college coaches aren't trying to recruit this kid, especially in the PSAC.
I'd like to see him in the PSAC. Short jumper, no good by Mishler. Third stripe of the left side of the lane off the inbounds. And the Bulldogs down 2 come right to left here in the first half. Keon Lindsay with it. To LaShawn Lindsay, the older brother, skips it to Butler. Open from 21, left wing hits.
Meadville's first lead of the evening. The Butler did it.
A deep 3 by Davion Butler on the near side. 13-12, as Mike mentioned, Meadville's first lead of the contest.
Boy, is Butler playing well off his injury.
Yeah, showing no signs of it, that's for sure. Upperman top of the arc. Upperman's going to take a long 2 inside the top of the arc. No good. Rebound, Lindsay.
3 Meadville people boxing out. You'll love to see it. Young Lindsay, and Butler underneath.
Keon Lindsay, bounce pass to Butler in the left forecourt. Butler's going to take a couple of dribbles. He's guarded by McBride. He lobs it into Lindsay, left of the lane. Lindsay working from about 12 feet for the basket. Now backs in, turnaround, left of the key. Can't get the roll as it drops off the front rim.
Having a tough night early on.
Russo outlets to Upperman down the floor. Upperman pump fakes, and Lindsay swats it again. But
no!
Mark McElhaney is
terrible call. Oh no, that was terrible. I'm sorry. As you see the replay on Armstrong, you will agree with me. You can't call that. That is terrible. I'm sorry.
Lindsay's first, team's third.
That is terrible. Wow. That was all ball.
Upperman will head to the free throw line.
Coach McElhaney usually doesn't get upset.
That's about as animated as I've seen Mark McElhaney get.
And he should be. You know, Upperman's a great athlete. He doesn't need help, but he got blocked. I'm sorry.
Upperman hits the first free throw. He's got 7 in the game. He's shooting 80% from the free throw line on the season.
Wow. I'll tell you what, they're going to call that feed Lindsay inside. He'll get hit every time.
Upperman nails them both. Is the leading prep scorer, with 8. Butler leads all scorers with 9.
Here comes that Pickens youngster that you like for prep.
Alfonso Pickens, 5'9", sophomore guard, averaging 6 points per game. Wearing number 4 on the uniform.
Probably a Butler type for them. good athlete, I'm sure.
Butler weaves with Keon Lindsay to LaShawn Lindsay.
Foul. There you go.
And trying to come out on the weak side was McBride and got a piece of the arm of Lindsay and commits the foul. That'll be the 5th Rambler team foul and the 2nd on Aaron McBride. 5:47 left in the second. Ramblers up 14-13.
Both of McBride's fouls have not been good fouls either. As he goes out, Elwell comes in.
Caden Elwell, 5'11 junior guard.
Don't know much about him, Ray. You probably know a lot more about him.
They get it into Swick, who's open on the back door and hits a short 4-foot jumper on the left side.
Nice job by Swick. Great pass by young Lindsay.
Pickens on the left wing, and we've now had 2 straight lead changes. Bulldogs up 1, Ramblers up 1. Left elbow jumper inside the left elbow by Gala.
Prep is shooting well in this first half.
Butler, high lob to LaShawn Lindsay, working one-on-one with Mishler inside the right wing. Finds an open Manning. Manning's going to drive. Runner off, blasts it in. Tough shot by Isaiah Manning.
You know, one thing about Manning, you're going to bump him. It's not going to affect him. He's the strongest kid on the court for me.
Yeah, he's used to running people over on the football
exactly.
field. 17-16 Meadville. Back and forth we go. We hit 5 minutes remaining in the second. Russo on the near side, near the Edinburgh lettering, past the right wing to Mishler. Top center point. Gala hands it to Russo. Russo back to Gala, top of the arc. Turns and finds Pickens at the right point. Bottom of the right wing, Russo's going to try to drive. Russo shovels it with the left hand, missed everything. Manning reaches in, forces a tie-up arrow in favor of the Bulldogs as he tied up Elwell underneath.
Love about Manning is when he gets a rebound, Ray, he doesn't bring it down. He brings it to his chest and protects the ball.
And he's protecting the ball like he's covering the points of a pigskin almost.
Exactly.
How many times did he probably hear that?
Oh, yeah.
From Coach Collins. I saw Coach Collins on my walk up.
And I tell you what, Ray, Meadville is in this game without their big scorer. He's only got 3.
Pirro.
I thought it was Meadville's ball.
Pirro in for, I did too. We must have missed another tie-up. I know the first tie-up of the game went to Prep. Mishler, wide open 3, missed it from the left wing.
They're lucky because he hits against Meadville. That was a lucky break for the Bulldogs, leaving him wide open. So you have young Lindsay, Butler, Manning, Pirro, and Lindsay. Boy, you like to see Pirro hit a few threes tonight. He could do it.
4:29 left in the second quarter, 17-16 Meadville. As Butler at the left point finds Manning, back to the basket, left side of the key, hands it off to LaShawn Lindsay. Lindsay drives, left baseline, floater up, no good, through the foul.
They'll get fouled all night long. If they're going to call those like they called against Lindsay, Lindsay should do that all night, right? They can't stop him because they're moving with him. Nobody's set to take the charge.
Liam Gala's second personal foul, 6th Prep team foul. Lindsay to the line. Split his first pair this evening. Line left, first shot up, first shot good. Lindsay with 4 in the game.
Here comes Prep's big man who really hasn't done much against Lindsay.
And that is Josh Charlie, number 42, 6'6", senior center, averaging 6 points a contest.
Started the first contest against Lindsay, and he was so tired after 1 minute they had to take him out, Ray.
Lindsay swishes the second free throw line left. The southpaw nails them both. He's got 5 in the game. 4:13 remaining in the second quarter and running, and Meadville opens up their biggest lead so far, 3. Prep had an early 6-1 advantage. Elwell drives between Butler and Lindsay and missed the shot but drew the foul. He missed it off the bank, off the front rim.
See who they called this on.
That is on Davion Butler.
Okay.
His
didn't want
first.
Lindsay to get his second.
Meadville's 4th as a team. Here's Caden Elwell.
Meadville should do when they get the ball well. Ray is pounded inside right now.
Caden Elwell hits his first. Caden Elwell on the year, 10 of 16 for 63%. Prep as a team, 67% from the line.
Both teams
so
playing
far.
A lot of players, and I'll tell you, seeing a lot of bench time right now. It's Malik Wilson.
After starting the game, and Butler making his appearance.
Young Lindsay,
that's a 4:55 mark.
Is the player for me. I'm surprised how much he's playing. He usually plays a whole JV game in about 2 minutes of a varsity game.
1 point lead for Meadville. Lindsay tries to drive down the lane, and they call Lindsay for an offensive player control foul.
No, did they call a foul?
They did. It's going to be a charge.
What?
They call him for the player control foul. That's his second, so that's big.
I don't know about that, but who knows. Timeout.
We have a timeout on the floor. It's an official timeout with 3:50 remaining in the second quarter. Meadville up 19-18 in the District 10 5A championship game as you're listening on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network and watching on Armstrong Cable. 19-18, Meadville leading Cathedral Prep, 3:50 remaining in the second quarter. Ray Reisdorph, Mike Fiorillo, our producer Melissa Doty on the radio and back in the Meadville studios.
Gotta believe
Jeff Corey doing the camera work on Armstrong.
Gotta believe Prep will go right inside against Lindsay now. He has 2 fouls. Coach Mack is rolling the dice, leaving him out there with 3:50 to go in the first half. Ramblers
with Pickens and Elwell right now in the backcourt. Upperman, Charlie, and Mishler in the front court. Meadville with Lindsay, as we've got an offensive foul being called on the Ramblers now.
That's the big guy for the Ramblers, 42, right?
Charlie, that'll be his first, team's 7th. You have LaShawn Lindsay, Keon Lindsay, Davion Butler, Isaiah Manning, and Ryan Pirro on the floor for Meadville.
Keon Lindsay caused that charge. He did a nice job. Meadville running a set play. Bad pass by Manning.
Diagonal pass intercepted by Charlie. Feeds it ahead to Upperman.
Boy.
Upperman drives. Finger rolls good.
I don't know what Manning was thinking about on that pass. He come through it like a sweet potato.
And Prep retakes the lead. Here's Pirro, 3 in transition. He caught and fired after receiving the pass and missed it from the right wing. Elwell will slow it up on the far side. With his team up 1, finds Pickens in the right forecourt. As we approach 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Charlie calls for it left of the key, trying to go over Lindsay, couple of pump fakes, and ends up well short on the turnaround, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch, Meadville, they're saying.
And Meadville never touched the ball.
And
this
they will
looking at
inbound on the right, hash mark on the right baseline. We have a full timeout being called on the floor. I believe Meadville called it.
Yep.
And Meadville takes their first full timeout. But we'll take another 30-second break in the District 10 5A championship game. 2:55 left in the second quarter. We're back in 30 seconds with Meadville down 20-19 on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. 2 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Ramblers with a 20-19 lead, and now they will get ready to inbound on the right baseline near the hash mark. They set up the inbounders on the near side. They get it into Mishler. Quick jumper off glass, no good from about 8 feet on the right side. Pirro got the rebound.
Yeah, Meadville's fortunate there. Mishler wide open again.
Butler drives, and we're going to get a foul.
1-on-1.
That'll be the 8th team foul on the Ramblers. And the foul is going to be called on Caden Elwell, his first personal foul.
Butler is so quick, Ray. It's so hard to defend that young man. I just think the future is unlimited for him. He's going to be really outstanding next year for Meadville. You look at Meadville's next year, they got Lindsay and Butler back. I mean, you could build around those 2.
Front end of a 1-and-1 good by Davion Butler, who is now in double figures with 10 points. Him and Adam Upperman both with 10 points in the game.
I can't believe what he's doing. You have to watch him leave the court on a stretcher his last game.
75% from the line on the season. Line left, right-handed foul shooter, hits the free throw. Butler now leads all scorers with 11 for the Bulldogs.
I'm a college coach. I'm looking at him already.
And again, back and forth we go. 21-20, Meadville, 2:37 remaining in the second. Mishler drives. Runner in the mid lane is good.
Yeah, you see Mishler and Manning going at it. Mishler took it right to Manning.
Mishler's first basket of the game. 22-21. Prep retakes the lead. Teams trading baskets right now. Malik Wilson, diagonal pass right side. Butler guarded tightly by Pickens, fell on the floor, got it over to Wilson. And Wilson near the Edinburgh lettering on the far side now brings it between the circles, finds Lindsay on the near side.
Lindsay needs to get it post inside.
Lindsay will lob it to Manning. Manning turn around over 2 defenders, no good. Elwell gets the rebound.
They have Lindsay inside.
Bounce pass to Mishler in transition. Mishler hooks it to the far corner. Then they find Upperman. Upperman 3 from the left wing is good.
Yep. Nice job by Prep. Meadville's not running good plays right now.
And Mishler drew the defenders to him and then threw that baseline hook pass. And then the extra pass ended up finding Upperman on the left wing. Butler left point. Hands it off to Pirro. Meadville down 4. Butler, little jab step, tries to drive baseline. Good defense by Pickens, knocked the ball away to Mishler.
Good defense by Prep.
Mishler on the baseline, feeds it to Charlie in the lane, hits it over Lindsay in front of the college restricted arc.
6-point lead for Prep. Meadville is not moving the ball, and Lindsay's not getting down inside. He's staying out front, which I don't understand.
Yeah, it was part of Coach McElhaney's scouting report. Says the offense can't get stagnant. You've got to move the basketball.
Getting stagnant right now.
Inside the final minute, Butler's going to take a deep three that was short.
And nobody's underneath. Meadville's just standing around.
I mean, that was between the right wing and the coach's hash mark on the far side.
Yep, Prep's going to just run it down now, and I don't blame him. Last 2 minutes has been not well executed by the Bulldogs.
7-0 run by the Ramblers. They get it down low to Upperman. Has a shot blocked by Lindsay underneath.
Nice play by Lindsay
on the outside of the right block, and now an outlet feed to Wilson on the far side. Wilson down the floor finds Piro. Open three, right wing in the air, short, and a rebound by Elwell.
You've got to follow a shot.
21 seconds left to go in the half.
Prep's going to go for one here, and they're going to call a timeout, right?
They will call a timeout. We'll check the length. It's going to be a 30, so we'll go ahead and stay here. The Ramblers will use their first timeout, so both teams down to 4 timeouts remaining in the contest. 18.1. 18 to 1/10 of a second remaining in the second quarter, and the Ramblers up 27-21, Mike.
Yeah, this is big for Meadville defensively. I mean, they're down 6, and Prep to stretch it to 8 or 9. You know, Meadville played really well the whole first half, and for the last 2 minutes, then they rushed themselves. They got out of sync. They took some not good shots. They took a lot of outside shots with nobody underneath. I don't know why Lindsay's not posting inside, and right now they're taking LaShawn off the floor. They don't want him to get a quick foul. He has 2 already, and that's a good move by Meadville. But you got to feed your big man, as Vic said. Feed the big man. He's only got 4 points, I believe, or 5. LaShawn Lindsay?
Lindsay has 5 in the game.
Prep's got to be thrilled with that. He averages 24 a game. He's going to have a second half.
Butler guards the inbounds, but the pass from Pickens finds Russo, who's going to slowly bring it over the timeline, and when he gets it in the front court, there's 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. 7, 6, 5 finds Pickens. Pickens trying to drive, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Davion Butler, his second.
That's only their 5th foul, so they're going to take it out. Now, with Lindsay out of here, watch Prep run that play right upside, inside. They're going to run their out-of-bounds play inside now because Lindsay's not there.
6th Meadville team foul, second on Davion Butler. Left baseline.
Going up high. Nope.
And he tosses it to Upperman, does Pickens. 3, 2, Upperman leaning jumper as the buzzer sounds, no good from around 17 feet inside the right wing, and that ends the first half of play as the Ramblers score the final 7 points of the first half, and they head into the locker room with a 6-point lead over Meadville, 27-21.
Yeah, Meadville, the last 2 minutes they played very poorly, only got 5 points from LaShawn Lindsay in the first half, yet Meadville still in the game, a 2-possession game down by 6, right?
Yeah, I guess you'll take that right now. We had several lead changes throughout the second quarter, back and forth, but the Ramblers used that run to open up a 6-point lead through 2 quarters of play. We'll break things down a little more. We'll go ahead and take a timeout here at the half through 2 quarters of play in the District 10 5A title game. It is Cathedral Prep 27, Meadville 21, as you're listening to Bulldog Playoff Basketball on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Back on Armstrong Cable, as we're bringing you this contest on Armstrong Cable and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. We are getting ready to start the third quarter with Meadville down 6.
And this game, I'm sorry, Ray, this game will be on Armstrong tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
I mean, you might as well ask Jeff. I mean, he's within an arm's reach of me.
Yep.
So, nothing wrong with that. We want to make sure everybody knows when they get an opportunity to watch the replay of this one, everyone that's listening on the radio.
And to my right, who's done film Meadville basketball forever, Tom Leach. There's nobody better than that man.
Absolutely.
He's seen a lot of basketball games and football games in Meadville history.
So Butler's going to start the second half, so it will be Wilson, Butler, Manning, Pirro, and Lindsay for Meadville.
Which has been the starting five for almost the whole year except for tonight.
McBride, Russo, Lucarati, Gala, Upperman for the Ramblers. Meadville inbounds it. The third quarter is underway. Left to right, Meadville goes in the second half. Manning back to the basket, left elbow, now faces the basket and hands it off to Lindsay. Lindsay, long jumper, off the mark, rebound, Gala.
Wow, they set that play up for Lindsay, and I don't know what it is, he's having a hard time.
Butler had a steal, but knocked the loose ball right over to Upperman. McBride's going to try to drive and walked.
You know, they set that play up for LaShawn. He's just not feeling it tonight. And I know he's got to be frustrated, Ray, because he hasn't had a game like this all year, and he's probably saying, not tonight.
So that's where I think you got to start feeding him back to the basket a little bit, let him get into a rhythm.
Well, we know what the professor would say.
Oh, he's saying it right now.
That's right.
As he's listening on the computer in Florida. Butler between the circles, deep lob to Lindsay in the low post. Banks it in as he got past Russo.
Let's see if that gets him going.
Far side, it's McBride. Skip pass near side to Russo in the forecourt, then hands it off to Lucarati on the left wing. Lucarati almost threw it away. Pirro jumped in front, and now Pirro's going to get called for a foul. That's a tough one right there for Pirro as he kind of went for broke and went for the steal and then made body contact with Upperman between the circles.
I think their officiating's been really good tonight. One thing that I've noticed about these three, they're going to call stuff out front. And you know that by now. You've watched the whole first half.
They get it into Gala. Gala was going to give it to McBride back door. It wasn't there as they inbounded from the near side. Shot fake by Lucarati inside the right wing. Gets the return pass from Gala now and finds Russo in front of the giant Edinburgh E logo at center court. Upperman, right side Russo. Quick ball movement, far wing Lucarati. Lucarati looking, finds Russo between the circles. Here's that patient half-court set by the Ramblers. 6:45 remaining in the third quarter. They get it to Russo. Russo banks it in from the left side.
Came off a nice screen. He rubbed them right off and got a nice layup.
Russo with 4 points in the game. Butler and gives it to Wilson at the coach's hash mark, and now walks up to the wing and dumps it down to Lindsay. Lindsay outside the key. Lindsay now is going to power into the lane, turn around over Russo short.
He's got to get more oomph on that shot. He has it right there.
Gala had the rebound.
Got to use the glass,
Ramblers.
Ray. Use the glass. You're that close. I'm looking at Lindsay's body language, and he's not happy with himself. He makes those all the time.
Russo to Lucarati on the left wing. Lindsay's out to guard him. Lucarati is going to drive on Lindsay, tried to pivot on Lindsay, and thinks better of it, passes out to Russo.
Yeah, that was a good decision by Lucarati because he wasn't going anywhere on that.
Yeah, Lindsay did not fall for the pivot. Russo around a ball screen from Gala, tries to drive and walked.
Yep, good defense there by Manning. Manning switched over on him.
29-23 Ramblers, 5:49 remaining, third quarter.
Big possession right here from Meadville. They need a bucket right now.
Teams have exchanged field goals so far here in the third quarter. One for Lindsay, one for Russo.
They got to run it. They got to run their plays through Lindsay right now. Everything's got to go through him.
To Manning to Butler, and as Butler was trying to cross over, he accidentally knocked it off his leg and out of bounds on the near side.
I hate to repeat myself, Ray, but they got to run their offense through Lindsay.
And the thing about this Rambler team, they get in their low defensive stance and they got quick hands. If you don't move the ball quick enough, they will reach in and try to swat it away. McBride, runner off glass on the left side, no good. Follow up and good off the glass by Gala, who got the rebound.
Yeah, 3 Meadville players, nobody boxed him out.
Gala with 4. Lindsay on the near side. Meadville down 31-23. Open at the right point was Wilson. He was indecisive and walked with the basketball. I think he was thinking, Mike, for a second about maybe pulling the trigger on that shot.
Again, they're playing out of sync. Get the ball to your big man. Coach Mack's going to have to call a timeout here shortly, especially if Prep drains another one.
Has 2 fulls and 2 30s remaining in the repertoire right now if he needs to use it. Lucarati to Russo, quickly right wing, and McBride fakes a pass and finds Lucarati at the top of the arc. Near side to Russo, 4:46 left third quarter. Meadville down 31-23. Lucarati tried to jab step and then took a couple extra steps and walked on Lindsay.
Prep is keeping Meadville in this game, but Meadville's got to take advantage, and this is crucial right here. And from Meadville, I'm telling Coach Mack's got to be running the play inside to our big man. He's the leading scorer in the district.
And Butler's going to bring it up the floor now. He'll find Pirro, right forecourt between the circles. Lindsay, left side to Wilson.
And run it through him again. Get him the ball.
Wilson to Butler. Butler wants a ball screen. Gets it. Stutter steps. Goes back to Pirro. Pirro back to Lindsay.
That's right. Be patient.
Lindsay working on Russo. Likes the matchup. But dishes to Pirro. 3 right wing. Oh, it was down and it rattled right back out.
Maybe it's not Meadville's night. They've had a couple of those tonight.
Luca Roddy hands it off to Russo. Russo faked like he was going to take the 3 and then almost had a grin on his face as he passed it out to McBride, saying, I guess that's not my shot. Upperman has it. Russo, another familiar name with the prep program.
Shorten the game is Prep's thing right now. Why not? They're up by 8 points, Ray. Shorten the game. Make Meadville overplay.
3:46 remaining in the third quarter. Upperman drives, turn around. No good over Manning, and Manning got the big rebound. Finds Butler, who collided with McBride. Spun off him.
Great defense by Manning that time. Butler almost lost the ball again.
Meadville down 31-23, 3:33 left in the third quarter. Lindsay, step back 2, and he hits it.
It's a shot. That's a timeout, Meadville, Ray.
From 18 feet on the right wing, LaShawn Lindsay with 9, and Meadville takes a 30, so we'll stay here with 3:27 remaining in the third quarter. So Lindsay has all of Meadville's points so far in the third, down 31-25.
Yeah, and Lindsay's got to keep shooting the ball. I think he's going to start feeling it, Ray. We're going to have to play tremendous defense. That was a great defensive stop by Manning down there. Manning's had a couple good defensive stops in this quarter. He's the type of player. He's a lunch pail. Dick calls Manning the lunch pail player for Meadville. You're not going to excite you. He just plays hard-nosed.
But, you know, in high school basketball, you need a player like that. It's always nice to get, you know, somebody, you know, who's really strong off the football team. You can use him for screens. You can use him to hedge screens on defense. Well, and then he gets cleanup buckets down low, getting rebounds and putbacks.
Coach McElhenney thought that Willis was only a junior, and he was looking forward to having both of them inside because that would have been tremendous for Meadville.
I just wanted to hear Vic say El Toro 15 times. That would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
Yes. A couple of times that I got to work with the professor back in December.
Here we go.
Thomas Russo gets the inbounds, and he will slowly bring it over the timeline.
Meadville in a zone. And
to our left.
In there now, too.
Swick getting ready to check in at the next whistle. Meadville down to 3 timeouts. Remaining Butler almost had a steal, but then there's a whistle on the far side. That's number 3 on Butler.
Oh,
wow. Logan Swick will check in for, right now, Ryan Pirro.
We have a stop, media timeout, Ray.
So with the official timeout on the floor, 3:13 remaining in the third quarter, we'll break for 30 seconds. Prep 31, Bulldogs 25 on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. 3 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. It is the Ramblers 31, the Bulldogs 25. Ray Reisdorph, Mike Fiorillo, our producer Melissa Doty back in the Meadville studios, and Jeff Corey on the camera on the replay on Armstrong. Mike and Lindsay starting to feel it offensively a little bit. That's big for Meadville if they're going to get back in this game.
Got to keep doing it, too. And now the question mark is with Davion Butler. I think that's 3 fouls for Butler. Is that correct?
Yes.
So that's a play you don't want to lose, but you got to keep him out there. So right now we have Wilson, Swick, Young Lindsay, LaShawn Lindsay, and Davion Butler out there.
Meadville has both team fouls in the third quarter so far. The Ramblers with none.
That's good why Meadville went to a zone. It's interesting.
They extended it well out into the forecourt with Swick and Butler at the top of it. McBride to Gala in the middle, lost the handle.
He walked.
Got to Russo, then to Luca Roddy. Long jumper, no good. Trying to tap in. The stick back was Upperman. And now the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be the Ramblers basketball inbounding on the far side.
You know, sometimes when you play a zone, it's actually harder to box out than a man because you don't see anybody. It's a good job by Prep getting the ball back.
Far right baseline, Russo with a lob. And Upperman got it, skipped it to the near forecourt for McBride, who was standing there. Then Swick came and got right in his face, and they started the motion offense. Russo in front of the near sideline, now dribbles to the McDonald's logo. Between the circles, right side Upperman. Right wing Luca Roddy quickly to Gala. Gala at the free throw line, back to Luca Roddy, right of the key. 2:30 left in the third quarter, 31-25. Prep just being patient. They've done it the whole quarter.
They're very smart, too, against the zone. You're up, you don't need to shoot.
Making quick, sharp, Diagonal, cross-court passes.
They don't need to shoot either, so they're smart. They don't have a layup, they're not going to shoot it. They're not going to shoot from outside right now.
Gallo to McBride. McBride, long skip pass, left forecourt to right forecourt. Upperman's pass finds. Yeah, that was almost.
Somebody should have been out there.
Almost an errant pass, but there was nobody home for Meadville. Now McBride picks up his dribble, splits a double team, fakes a backdoor pass, finds Upperman. Upperman with 1:54 left in the quarter goes to Gallo high post, back to Upperman. They're just going just inside the wings, then back into the forecourt. Now Russo's going to try and drive baseline, missed everything because Lindsay was right there to scare him away.
Yeah, he had the shot though.
Altered the shot, didn't block it. Now Butler head fakes a three from the left corner. There was some contact, and now he gets rid of it to the top of the key to Wilson.
Find Lindsay, find your big man.
Back to Butler on the left wing.
There you go.
Lobs it into Lindsay, guarded by Russo.
Somebody's got to cut to the basket.
On the left side, flips it back to Butler, straight away three, short. And the long rebound caromed out to Lucarati.
You got to cut to the basket, Ray. People like Butler should be cutting to the basket because he can sky inside.
McBride, near side to Russo. Upperman fakes a pass. Now he's double team trapped on the near side. Swick tried to reach in. Upperman pulls away, goes down, misses the finger roll as he drove to the basket. And the rebound's grabbed by Wilson.
Boy, Meadville's dodging a bullet here, down by 6, but they need a basket.
Keon Lindsay in the ball game. Caught the high pass in front of the right wing. Hands it off now to the top of the right wing to his brother, LaShawn Lindsay. 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Still 31-25. Swick with it. Logan Swick back to Butler. High screen from LaShawn Lindsay. Butler's now going to drive. Goes up. Missed it off the glass. Drew the foul.
Yeah, he spread the floor. Like I said, let Davion attack the hoop. Let him run off Lindsay because he's the athlete that can create his own shot, Ray.
Waiting to see who the culprit is, as there were a couple prep players in the vicinity, and Lucarati's going to pick up his second. And Davion Butler will head to the free throw line and misses the first. First free throw miss of the game, 2 for 3 now in the contest, 32.3 remaining in the third.
Meadville scored 4 points in this entire quarter. Only down 6, they're lucky.
Ramblers have only scored 4. Butler splits the pair, he's got 12 in the game.
And he'll take a break, which is a smart move, Ray, with 32 seconds. Piro's back in.
Piro's a good defender,
yes,
and is shown he's not afraid to go in with the bigs and get some rebounds.
He was going to change back to a man. No, they're going to stay zone. Looks like they're going back man with 24 seconds left. Yep.
McBride just in front of the timeline. Bounce pass to the near side to Lucarati, left forecourt. Lucarati now center forecourt up to the top of the key. Lucarati working on LaShawn Lindsay. Upperman quickly goes back to McBride in front of the timeline. 12, 11, 10, 9. McBride picks up his dribble. Dribbles up to the left wing. 6, 5. McBride long 2 off the iron. No good inside the left wing. Battle for the rebound. It comes to Lindsay. And Lindsay not aware of how much time is left and does not get a shot away from outside half court, and the third quarter comes to an end. A very low scoring third quarter as Prep outscores, or excuse me, as Meadville outscores Prep 5-4, but trails Cathedral Prep 31-26 as we head to the fourth on Armstrong Cable and the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. We start the fourth quarter in the District 10 5A championship game. It's Cathedral Prep 31, Meadville 26. Ray Reisdorph, Mike Fiorillo back with you. And Mike, I was a little tongue-twisted at the end of the quarter. 5-4, Meadville outscores Prep, but still trails in the contest by 5 after that third quarter.
I wonder how long Butler's going to be on that bench, you know. And this is the game right here. You can't leave him on the bench too long. You got 3 fouls, but you got to get him in there quick.
McBride skips it to Russo in the far forecourt. Prep has gone into full throttle stall mode, just looking for the open opportunity.
The other thing it does too, Ray, wears you out playing defense.
Yeah, and then you end up getting sometimes a bad switch and it leads to an open look.
Exactly. You really got to be disciplined to play this way.
McBride, right forecourt, 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Up
his
by
team
5.
Up 5.
Up by 5. Shorten the game. They're smart.
Gala to McBride, and it puts a premium on all your offensive possessions.
Every possession you got to score in this fourth quarter here, and that's why I think I get Butler back in, because you're not going to foul the way they're running their offense.
McBride, fade away.
See, and that's where Butler would have maybe blocked that shot.
After a little give and go with Russo, McBride hits a 10-foot fadeaway from the right side. McBride has 4 in the game. Down the floor goes Swick. Swick fouled by Lucarati, driving to the hoop.
Nice drive, nice move by Logan Swick. These are big foul shots for Logan.
Just going to say, give Logan Swick credit. He's just trying to get the offense jump-started a little bit, and he took it upon his shoulders.
Logan's played well all year. He's been a tough player for the Dogs.
Swick's first free throw is up and good. Swick on the year, 80%. That's his 11th attempt.
Yep.
He's now 9 of 11.
Yeah, he doesn't have many attempts, but he makes the most of them.
The foul was on Lucarati, his 3rd, second team foul for the Ramblers, and Swick hits them both, 33-28.
Got to get Butler back in the game if I'm Coach McElhaney.
Ramblers lead, excuse me. Bulldogs trail, 6:46 remaining in the 4th quarter. Lucarati looking backdoor for McBride, catches, reverse layup off the high glass and in. Jeez. Wow. Aaron McBride showing some athleticism right there. You talked about it in the pregame, Mike.
4 big points. He wants to win this game. He's a senior. He's saying, I don't want to leave this game with a L.
Keon Lindsay, wow. 3, it's a 3 from the top of the key as he was able to keep that right foot beyond the...
How about the young kid stepping up in a clutch? As I said, he plays 2 minutes of varsity all year, and here he's out in the biggest game of the year and hits a big 3.
Right between the red and the black of the college and high school three-point line. He kept that right foot from hitting the paint, and he hits the 3 from straight away. Meadville down 4. Luca
nice play by Manning.
Stolen away by Manning as he tried to throw a pass above his head. Manning went up and ripped the ball away.
Now you got to be smart here.
Lindsay to Pirro. Pirro shot fake, drives, kicks it back out to Lindsay on the right wing. Lindsay one-on-one, fadeaway over Russo's head, no good. Rebound McBride.
That was a bad shot. You wonder why Lindsay didn't keep going in. Lindsay's been off tonight. Not one of his better games.
And some of those shots that they've been taking, there's been more white jerseys down in the paint waiting for that rebound.
Exactly. You can't do that when you're playing a prep team.
Russo backs off of Keon Lindsay. Russo between the circles to Lucarati on the near side. Lucarati drives. Jumper right of the key, rattles out. And Swick rips the rebound away and then gets fouled in the backcourt by Gala, who's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul.
How tough has Logan Swick been in this game? Doing the dirty work for the Bulldogs. Butler coming in now for young Lindsay. No, he's coming in for Swick. I think Coach was going to bring him in for young Lindsay. Young Lindsay hit that 3. He goes, I can't take the kid out now.
Mishler in for Lucarati for the Ramblers. And then, as Mike just mentioned, Butler in for Swick. 5:11 left in this low-scoring affair. District 10 5A title game, 35-31 prep. Now Lindsay in his office, right of the key. Finds Pirro, right point 3. Missed it off the bank. Loose ball knocked out of bounds by Russo. Meadville will retain possession.
And he keeps backing up when he misses. You got to follow your shot. He's a good shooter.
And that's usually a confidence thing, too.
He's a good shooter, Pirro. He's got to shoot. He's going to make one tonight. It's going to be big.
Usually that starts it. Lindsay to Pirro, top of the key. Ryan Pirro with it, back dribbles, and then finds Keon Lindsay left wing. Entry pass into his brother LaShawn, working on Russo. Double team comes, he finds Keon, drives, contact, and he still hits the runner as he came down on his feet and threw up the shot.
We wanted Lindsay to bring him back. It's his brother Keon who's bringing him back, Ray.
He scored the last 5 points for the Bulldogs, 35-33. They trail by 2. 1 possession was what I was trying to get out. 4:22 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
See it now if they go to Upperman. That's who I would be going to right now.
Mishler, top of the arc. Oh, Keon Lindsay almost intercepted the pass. Then Russo takes a right elbow jumper, no good.
I'd be going to Upperman. You got to wonder why both teams don't hit their stars when they need a bucket.
LaShawn Lindsay, right corner, back out to his brother Keon near the far hash mark. And now a backdoor feed. Pirro, layup good, we're tied.
And I tell you what, Keon Lindsay told his brother to go down inside. We got a timeout prep.
Tied at 35, 3:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. A full prep timeout. Mike, let's go ahead and keep it here and talk about that offensive possession for the Bulldogs.
We got to talk about Keon Lindsay, who has played JV ball all year, 2 minutes of varsity ball, okay, was sick for a period of time. But I said to Vic during the season, this kid's going to be a starter next year because you know he's athletic. where's this come from? You know, this is, and Coach Mack has played a lot. You got to believe Coach Mack rolled the dice with Keon, and it's paying off for him right now. I'm not saying he was going to win this game, but Keon's picking up his brother.
And also, how about Ryan Pirro after struggling offensively? But we got to talk about the little things he's done in this game. How many times early when Meadville was struggling, he got some big defensive rebounds in with the bigs.
And let's not forget Logan Swick. He's been contributing mightily in this game, too. Logan Swick has played a mean game. 2
foul shots and then got a hustle rebound and forced a foul in the backcourt.
Now, Meadville wants to get the lead, and I'll tell you why, Ray, because Prep only has 3 team fouls. Meadville only has 2. Whoever gets the lead here can hold on to that ball and not worry about getting fouled and going to the line.
So Mike just set you the foul situation. 3 team fouls for Prep, 2 team fouls for Meadville. Timeout situation. Meadville 2 fulls and a 30. Prep 2 fulls and a 30.
Here we go, Ray.
Russo with it, right to left, attacking for the Ramblers. Russo drives, finds Upperman.
He wanted that. Would you expect anything else between these 2 teams, Ray? Every game's been close.
Upperman was going to do a step back, and then he was double teamed on the right wing and passed out of it. Russo drives on Keon Lindsay, and Keon Lindsay commits the foul. Russo missed the reverse, but he'll head to the line.
That was a nice take by Russo. You got a senior going against the Southman. We have time on the floor here, Ray. We have immediate timeout.
As it will be the final one, at least of regulation right now. Keon Lindsay picking up the foul. We'll take a 30-second break, tied at 35, 3:30 left in the fourth quarter. What a ball game in the District 10 5A championship game on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. .330 remaining in the fourth quarter. We're all tied up at 35 between Meadville and Cathedral. Prep, Ray Reisdorph, Mike Fiorillo back with you. And Thomas Russo heads to the free throw line. The last foul was on Keon Lindsay, his first 3rd team foul. So we're now even in that department for both teams. And Russo heads to the free throw line to our left. Russo at 84% on the year, but misses the first off the dock iron.
You know, Ray, these are different foul shots than all year because you're playing for a championship. Everything gets a little tougher. Notice McBride and Russo are bringing Prep right now, carrying the Prep, both seniors.
Second free throw attempt by Russo. This one is good, and it breaks the tie. Russo has 5. And the Ramblers up 1, 36-35, 3:26 remaining in the game. Here come the Bulldogs left to right. Pirro on the far side finds Lindsay. Lindsay
cut off.
Going to pass out of a double team. Now he's one-on-one turnaround off the bank. No good. And Manning gets called for an over and back foul, trying to get the rebound over Gala.
Lindsay usually doesn't miss those. He's missed a ton of those tonight. He's got to be saying, what am I doing wrong?
Manning's first. Meadville's 4th team foul. Still, though, I think that's the bread and butter. They got to keep going to it.
Got to.
Just a 1-point ball game. Ramblers 36, Bulldogs 35.
Look for the Ramblers now to run some clock.
Russo gets a screen from Gala, drives to the left wing, finds McBride. McBride works his way back into the forecourt, looking for Upperman, goes around Butler. Mishler tried to set a screen.
He's probably good he didn't, because that could have been a moving screen if he would have hit Butler.
An illegal one that would have been an offensive foul. Upperman between the circles. Right, a Gala screen. Upperman left of the key, finds McBride on the left wing. Pass was a little later. McBride might have thought about shooting that as he was open for a second. Goes around a screen. McBride now drives on Lindsay. High one off Lindsay. No good off the glass. And then Russo strips Manning on the right side.
Meadville.
And Meadville has it on the alternate possession as we get a tie up on the floor.
We have Swick and Wilson coming in for the Bulldogs. Young Lindsay will go out and Pirro will go out. I think it's a good move putting Swick in because he's played a phenomenal game.
He's giving them high energy, and plus you know he's a very good free throw shooter if he's able to get to the line. Malik
Wilson's played all year, so he has that experience. It could be called on to get a shot, but I got to believe Butler or Lindsay is who I want to shoot right now, Ray.
2:26 and running left in the fourth quarter. Meadville down 1. Lindsay drives, stops at the free throw line, finds Swick. Swick's going to throw up a 3, and it's off the iron, no good. The long rebound, Karam, out to Mishler.
He had a good look. He had a good look.
Don't mind that shot right now. Don't mind it at all.
Looks like it was going to go down the cylinder.
And now we got a bump just over the timeline on Butler. That's Davion Butler's 4th foul.
That's a nickel dimer
on the block.
Wow.
So that'll be the 5th Meadville team foul. And And Butler has to come out, and Coach McElhaney talking to him. Keon Lindsay back into the ball game for Meadville.
Meadville can give up a 2, Ray, but you don't want to give up a 3, and I think Prep's going to run at least a minute off the clock. This is crazy.
Russo.
Yep.
Hands it off to Upperman on the right wing.
Upperman's going to pass it back out.
Upperman dribbles away from trouble and hits a tough leaning bank shot just outside the right block.
Yep, he sure did. What a great game Upperman's had.
15 points, his first field goal in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to let Wilson shoot all night out there.
38-35, Meadville down 3, 1:36 remaining in the game. Pass almost thrown away between the two Lindsays. Keon has it, skips it far side to Wilson. Swick in the left corner. Swick fires it cross court to Lindsay. Lindsay between the circles, it's Keon Lindsay. LaShawn Lindsay now on the left wing directing traffic, wants a Manning screen, spins away from it. Lindsay step back 3 to tie the game, won't go. Rebound by McBride. What's happened, Mike, on a lot of the misses is Meadville has just not been able to box out and get rebounds.
No, and I tell you what, Prep has done a great job boxing out.
Yeah, a lot of one and done possessions in the second half for Meadville. It's hurt them. Gala on the baseline. Gala dribbles out to the right wing and finds Upperman.
And there's a foul.
And Swick fouls Upperman.
That's not the guy you want to foul either.
Meadville with one more to give before putting Prep in the single bonus. That's the second foul on Swick, 16 foul. Davion Butler's going to come back in. Meadville just took a timeout. Meadville took a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Mike. 57 and 9/10 of a second remaining in the game. 38-35 Ramblers. And so I actually saw Coach McElhaney. He directed Swick to commit that foul on Upperman because Meadville had one more to give after.
Makes sense.
So we'll see what strategy Meadville employs defensively now, as again the Ramblers with the 3-point lead, but we've seen them dictate the tempo throughout the second half.
What do you got point-wise for LaShawn Lindsay?
Sean Lindsay has 9.
Yeah, so Prep has got to be tickled pink. I told you if he would get 24 more, Meadville would win this game. This is the lowest points for Lindsay all year. Now he's had shots. He's had some going in and out. He's had some good looks. Just not able to put him in tonight, and he's got to be feeling not too good right now because this is the only game this year he's had a tough time putting the ball in the hoop.
Again, the loser of this game will play Friday down at Brashear High School against a good Carrick team.
A real good Carrick team, according to Coach McElhaney. You want to avoid playing that game. Meadville right now, Ray, I think they're going to have to foul because Prep has shown they can run the clock.
Everybody's going to stack up and probably scatter like ants afterwards. Mishler is in front of the scorer's table in the Prep front court with Butler guarding the inbounds, and a nice low bounce pass to Russo in the backcourt. Russo's going to pick up the count, gets it into the front court, dishes to Mishler on the near side.
We got a foul. I don't know what we're doing.
And there's Keon Lindsay, and Keon Lindsay immediately grabs the back of the jersey of Joe Mishler, who will head to the line. Mishler, free throw-wise on the season, 57%, 8 of 14.
He's the guy you want to foul, but he's got to help you out by missing him. At least miss the first one because it's 1-on-1. You got to box out, and Prep is helping Meadville by only having one guy underneath. Front end of a 1-and-1, 7th Meadville team foul, second on Lindsay. First one by Mishler, nothing but the bottom of the net. Yeah, and Mishler's been in a lot of big games, especially as quarterback for the Prep. Yeah, I don't think the moment scares him. No, no moment, at all. No big for him. One of the most outstanding careers in District 10 history on the gridiron, that's for sure. Second free throw up, missed it. So it's a two-possession game. Meadville gets it. Manning got the rebound. 41 seconds left. Got to know what to do with the ball, Meadville. Down 4. Lindsay behind the back, far side to Butler. Butler is going to drive. Butler attacking the basket, and he knocked it in. Oh, no! They call a charge. Oh, no! Offensive foul on Davion Butler against the finger roll. That reminds me of the Vincent game. We talked about that earlier. I like to see that replay. I think Mark McElhaney is doing a smart thing here. He's going to call a timeout. You don't want your team to lose its composure because you still have a shot. Twice that guy's made 2 bad calls. And you have to... Terrible call. Terrible. You have to go to the huddle right now and say, all right, guys, we've hit... Wow. Hit a little adversity. But, you know, the referee just took the game away from the kids. Oh, wow. Wow. 32 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And Davion Butler and they got the Meadville crowd up because after the make, it appeared that maybe it was going to be an and one situation. Yeah. Wow.
Butler with his fourth, that is his fourth personal foul. Or his fifth.
But you know what? All said and done, Meadville had a lot of chances to put balls in the bucket, and they didn't do it. You know, it comes down to that when you don't make your shots, Ray. And Meadville had a lot of shots they didn't make tonight. So right now it looks like Meadville's going to be playing Friday.
Davion Butler with the disqualification.
Did he foul out with that?
Yes.
How many points did he
12
get?
points.
Had a good
Scoreless
game
in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
but again, after getting the what initially was thought as a serious hip injury, comes back, comes off the bench in this game and gives Meadville an offensive spark in the first half.
And then young Lindsay gave him a spark in the third quarter. You know, so, but the big man just had an off night, Ray. If he gets his usual points, Meadville wins this game.
I think when it all comes down to it, too many one-and-dones for Meadville in the second half.
Yep.
Mark McElhaney is still very upset about that call.
It should be. That was a referee call that wanted everybody, the fans, to look at him.
So Butler is fouled out of the game. You have Manning, Pirro, the two Lindsays, and Wilson ready to try and press and get a steal off the inbounds. And then Lindsay commits the foul after McBride catches the inbounds pass.
That's all you can do right now. It's Meadville's 19th foul, so probably shooting one-on-one.
Even if the Ramblers hit both here, it's still a two-possession game, but you have to, you come down the floor. If they give you the lane, you take the two. If not, you shoot the three.
Right.
McBride with another 1-and-1 coming up, 9th Meadville team foul. McBride front end of a 1-and-1, rattles out. Lindsay gets the rebound. Meadville still down 4 with 28 seconds remaining. They get it up to Wilson. Almost lost it. They get it to Lindsay. Lindsay forces a three.
That was a terrible shot. I don't understand that one at all. Why would you just throw it?
And then Malik Wilson fouls Upperman in the backcourt.
Well, that's going to do it.
And again, you really didn't need a three in that situation. Wilson commits his second foul.
Well, you shouldn't feel like you have to be the one to do it when you're triple teamed, you know? Look for somebody to pass it off to. Because if you got two, you were right there in the game. The Ramblers are going to win D10.
As Upperman hits the first foul shot, and they're going to end 3 years of frustration against this Meadville program, as Upperman has now 16 in the game. As we get a timeout on the floor, Meadville will call a 30-second timeout. And Meadville uses up their final timeout.
As you said, Ray, they gave Meadville a chance when they missed that foul shot, and Meadville looked like they didn't know what to do, and then Lindsay was triple teamed. He couldn't go, and was threw a four-shot up there. But, you know, he's made big shots all year, so you can't knock him on that. The kid's been money all year, and he's got to feel worse than anybody tonight.
And I'm sure that after the Butler basket was disallowed on a player control foul, it might have.
Yeah.
You can try as a coach all you want to call the timeout, stem the tide. Sometimes those things can be difficult to overcome. For what we always forget is that these are very young. They're not even young men yet; they're teenagers.
Exactly. That's a good point.
And that's what you learn. You learn from opportunities like that. I'm sure Butler's going to learn from it as Upperman calmly knocks down both foul shots. Upperman with 17 points. Keon Lindsay down the floor with 14 seconds remaining. Hits a three from the right wing. And now quickly they'll foul Upperman.
How about young Lindsay?
8 points all in the fourth quarter as he hits a three from the right wing, 41-38. So again now it's double bonus time, but
you got to like that kid. He's coming back next year. Butler's coming back, and the big Lindsay's coming back. You know, Meadville's not going to be. Meadville will be okay next year too.
Getting it up, Upperman at 80%. Not the guy you wanted to foul. Good job by the Ramblers of recognizing where he was and getting the ball to him.
Right.
It's another one. 18 line to the left for Adam Upperman, and now Mark Majewski's going to call a timeout. A full timeout for the Ramblers. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 9 7/10 of a second remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Prep 42, Meadville 38 on the Allegheny News Sox Sports Network. Again, not an elimination game, but one, the pride of winning District 10, two, avoiding a trip to Pittsburgh, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to come up short with 9.7 remaining, down 42-38. And if the score stays advantage prep, Meadville is heading to Pittsburgh on Friday night to take on Carrick at Brashear High School.
Yep, we'll be on the air at 6:30.
Upper
the pregame, and the game supposed to start at 7. Sorry, Ray.
No, you're fine. Hits the second free throw. He's got 19 as he is hit. Foul.
Oh, that's right. He only had 3. That's a good play by Prep. Why not foul him? Because it takes time off.
What Coach Majeski was talking about when he used his third timeout. The second foul on Thomas Russo, just the 4th Prep team foul. 8.1 remaining. They get it quickly into LaShawn Lindsay. Lindsay, top of the key. He got fouled on the 3, and he was short off the front rim. Wow, that was not what you wanted.
Look at Coach Majestic looking at his play like, are you kidding me?
Beside himself like, what are you doing?
He makes that. It's a 4-point play. But, you know, when these two teams play, they're always fun games, though.
Sure.
Right?
McBride's third personal foul. Lindsay to the line to shoot 3. Here's the question, Mike. If you hit the first down, he misses the first. But even if he hits the second to make it 42-39, do you throw one off the backboard here?
At least off the rim, yeah, I would.
5.2 remaining. Lindsay's second free throw, nothing but net. Puts him in double figures with 10. And now I think that's what
Prep is taking a timeout to talk about.
The Ramblers are going to talk about. Remember, Meadville's out of timeouts, and the Ramblers are using their second to last. Check the lead. We're going to stay here no matter what. But it's a full timeout, so that leaves Prep with 1 30-second timeout remaining.
Yeah, that's a good move by Coach Majestic. You know, Meadville's down by 4 points. They might lose this game by 3, but they're going to be looking at themselves a lot losing this game because they had so many chances. And there's LaShawn Lindsay, who has played great all year, has got to be calling himself and saying, I let my team down tonight because I had so many chances.
The good thing is you get a chance to rebound from it.
You do. And not only that, he has another year. So he's going to remember this game. Believe me, his brother's coming back. His Butler's coming back. Meadville has a lot of good kids coming up from the 9th grade team. There's some young kids out there, number 32 for the Meadville Bulldogs, who next year will see some action. I really believe that, and he's going to be a nice player. You have number 4, West, who's going to be a nice player, and Miller. So Meadville's got a lot of talent coming back, and they're going to need it being in the region they're in.
Ramblers are using the full length of this timeout.
Real quick, there's nobody more disappointed than the kids on the Meadville uniform. Right?
Sure.
I mean, I know fans get disappointed, they get mad, but those kids do not come here wanting to lose.
This was another great
Meadville
District 10 title game. And again, there's 5 2/10 of a second remaining. Something wacky could happen here. 43-39. Now, Lindsay obviously missing that first free throw really threw everything for a loop, and then the third one was out. The follow-up was no good by Manning, and that's going to do it.
Manning thought he got Wilson. Manning. They thought he got fouled, but they called a foul on Meadville
with 5/10 of a second remaining in the game. I mean, Lindsay obviously, if he would have hit those first 2 foul shots and got it to 43-40, then you would have thought
that rebound really would have been big.
Malik Wilson's third personal foul.
Wow. Meadville had 10 fouls against them in the second half.
Gala. Line left, first one is off the iron, and it drops in for Liam Gala, who has 5 points in the game. Right now, Keon Lindsay, Isaiah Manning on the right side of the key, Pirro on the left side of the key. As Gala, not that much can change at this point, obviously, but second free throw is up and good by Gala, who finishes with 6 points. They get it into Keon Lindsay. His desperation heave is no good, and the Cathedral Prep Ramblers exact some revenge on the Meadville Bulldogs as they win the District 10 5A title by a score of 45-39. They will take on the 3rd seed out of the Whippeal next week in the PIAA round, and Meadville heads to Pittsburgh this Friday night in the sub-regional. It's going to wrap up our broadcast on Armstrong Cable. Mike, your final thoughts?
Just that Prep deserved to win tonight. Meadville didn't play their best game tonight, but don't give up on the Dogs.
They'll have an opportunity to play themselves into the state round, but congratulations to Coach Majeski and the Cathedral Prep Ramblers, who win the District 10 title by a score of 45-39. For our viewers on Armstrong Cable, thanks for watching. Have a great night.